Hi, I'm Alan Hook. I've been developing the Immersed in Media project with my colleagues Dr. Helen Jackson and Adrian Hickey. I'm a senior lecturer in interactive media at Ulster University on the Coleraine campus. One of the things I teach is composition for screen and more emerging technologies like immersive media and cinematic VR. When we think about creating film, we think about shots and the compositional rules of cinema. That's kind of how things go together on screen. We can tell a story and add emphasis and importance based on where things are positioned and how people relate together in size, shape and movement. We have compositional rules that we've developed over the past 100 or so years, like the rule of thirds. That breaks the screen into 3 sections on the horizontal and 3 sections on the vertical. There's also symmetrical framing, breaking the screen into quadrants. When we make a film, we try and hide the mode of production. This means we don't have any crew in shot, and we don't have any lights, sound person, or any of the equipment that makes the film possible. This is all hidden out of frame. The frame is really important to structure the shots and lead the audience through the story. This isn't a traditional 16:9 ratio piece of cinema though. I've shot this in 360. If you click on the video in YouTube and drag it around, you'll see the TV studio in Coleraine. Here are the lights, here are the mics, here are the broadcast cameras and the news desk behind you, and here's the auto cue I'm reading off of. When we shoot cinematic VR, there's no frame, there's no behind the camera. We don't think about shots, we think about scenes, spaces for the story to happen in, and spaces where the character, the actors, to inhabit. A camera like this one, a Sony FS5, has one lens that faces forwards towards the action. This lens takes the light into the sensor and captures what's happening. All of the crew stand out of shot behind the camera. We also have other cameras like this one. This is a low-end 360 camera. It has 2 lenses with wide-angle lenses, one facing this way and one facing that one. Both cameras shoot a wide-angle version of what's happening inside the scene, and the brain, the computer inside, stitches those things together. You can see up here on these screens, I'm using a high-end 360 camera. It has 6 cameras inside it, 6 different lenses. I'm shooting all around, and that's stitching those things together. It stitches all of that footage together into what we would call an equirectangular projection. That's kind of like a map of the space. If you think about a globe, we take the globe and we flatten it out into a map. So the equirectangular footage of this scene looks like this. I also have lots of mics inside the scene. The mics record the audio and position where the sound is coming from. You can see here we have a mic on a boom pole directed at my mouth, which is recording the sound into this device down here. I am also wearing a radio mic that's pointed towards my mouth, capturing the sound and relaying it to the audio recorders down here. So this is what this mic sounds like on the boom pole. This is what this mic sounds like on the radio mic. And if we look up on the screens up here, we can see that I'm also running what's called an ambisonic mic. So that's actually 4 microphones linked together, and it's recording all the sound around. So as I move around the camera, it has directional audio and it locates the audio with you as the listener. Your ear becomes the microphone. So when we think about cinema, we think about the compositional rules and the balance and the grid. For something like this, a piece of cinematic VR, we need new compositional rules. We need leading lines and we need a spherical grid, a compositional grid which places things inside the scene. Try watching some cinematic VR, like the Google Spotlight stories, and figure out what techniques are used to draw the attention and make you look where the director wants you to focus. Thanks.